Sorry you're tuning in again with our shit. But we don't have anything better to do, and obviously you don't have anything better to do, so here we are. Back in the studio. And our favorite guest, Jeremy, Mr. Single himself, is back.
AKA Dick Mason.
That's right. What was that one? Hook Nose Johnson?
Hook Nose Johnson.
Whatever you guys want to call him.
How you guys doing? This is Isaiah. Feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm here for you.
For you. Like they give a fuck.
We also not allowed to go anywhere else other than this house, so he doesn't really have a choice.
Oh shit. So what you guys do today?
Got an oil change, washed the car, cleaned the house, did a little cooking. All the regular bitch stuff.
duties.
Yeah, that's my life, bro. What about you, man? What'd you do?
Oh, glad you asked. So I decided to fucking mow my lawn. As I'm mowing it, the kids are outside fucking playing. My wife's outside painting her fucking toes.
Outside?
Yeah, because we got a front patio, you know, she's outside just painting her toes and shit, you know, watching the kids play.
No, where I paint my toes.
So, she apparently goes inside, doesn't tell me. Because she's assuming that I'm just watching them, but I'm in the backyard. And Isaiah see my fucking yard is huge. Right? So I'm back there with the headphones, listening to the podcast, seeing what I need to edit and shit like that. And while I'm out there, apparently my kid's out front getting bitten by a dog.
A dog?
Yes. Fucking neighbors, 2 houses down, they have this fucking, one of those wiener dogs.
Dachshund.
Yeah,
Dachshund. Hot dog? No,
Yeah.
no, wiener dogs?
But he's a fucking huge, like, he's not your little bullshit one. He's like 40 fucking pounds.
He must be mixed. Something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big one. Like, the fucking neighbor, the lady has a hard time fucking holding on to him.
Oh, did he break skin?
Yeah, this time he did. This is the second time.
Second
the
time?
first time he
Jesus.
nipped him and kind of, you know, scared him and shit. And this time it broke skin.
Jesus, man.
Dude, I fucking went off on this lady. I said, I'm going to tell you what. I said, there is no fucking next time with your fucking dog. I'm telling you that right now. I will fucking curb stomp that son of a bitch out. Yeah, it bit my kid in the leg. You know, it's a small dog, but for a 4-year-old, you know.
It's terrifying, man.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
You know, he's going to get his
Yeah.
mouth around his leg, you
Sure.
know.
So what's the problem, man? That the lady doesn't chain it up?
She chains him up, but he's just an aggressive fucking dog,
Wow.
you know.
Does he bark all day?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, God, I hate
it's
that.
the type where they drive me crazy because they have 4 of them, and out of the 4 of them, the one is a fucking bastard. Like, it's just, and that's the one she's always walking outside. It's like, you got a fenced-in fucking yard, fucking you know, like, you know. And her husband came out, fucking. He wasn't. Her husband was like, look, I'll pay for whatever. You know, we need to go to the doctor right now. Let's hop in a car. I'll go take care of your bills or whatever. You know, and I was just like, no, I think it should be fine. You know, my wife, you know, just barely broke the skin. There was a little bit of blood, but it was just swollen just because, you know, it's just a dog bite. You know,
It's a pinch.
Yeah. And he's hysterical. Now he's fucking terrified of fucking dogs.
Yeah, who knows how long he's going to carry that.
Right,
Yeah.
you know, because this is now the second fucking time. And it was to the point where I guess he broke from his harness, and she ran after him and, like, dove on him.
No shit.
Yeah, like, she hurt her shoulder.
So there's no secret. This dog's fucked up.
Yeah, it sucks. Fucked up. Well, it chased the fucking neighbor next door. Excuse me. You know, so this is not the fucking first time. And her husband came out and was like, look, I'll take care of it. And he fucking turns around and was like, fucking, how many times do I gotta fucking tell you not to walk this goddamn dog outside? I'm like, we have a fenced in yard. Just let him do his business in the fucking yard.
Yeah, my dad used to shoot dogs, man.
Yeah.
He used to fucking put them down, Jack.
That's the other thing. My wife's like fucking irate. Because my wife, when she was 3, was bitten by a pit bull in the face and almost died.
No shit.
Yeah. You know? And she got bit twice by a dog. But the first time she almost like
We used to run from them all the time, dude. One time there was a Rottweiler we used to throw rocks at because we were dumbasses. And that motherfucker he always had this look on his face, one day you fuckers. One fucking day, right?
Oh, man.
So one day we're coming home from the bus stop. And I'm like, yeah, I had a couple rocks in my hand. So I'm like, throwing at that motherfucker. Because he always used to bark at us. I used to be like, ah, fuck you, dog, and throw shit at him. All of a sudden, he just comes strolling out. The gate's open. I'm like, holy shit. It's fucking over. You know, these kids start fucking hauling ass. He's like, rah, 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 fucking chasing us and shit. I never ran so fast in my life, dude. I've never threw a rock at another dog again, man. Never.
You know, it's so funny. I have a similar story. Same thing, same dog. I had a Rottweiler before, actually, and I loved him. I mean, his name was Dingo. It was the nicest dog. My parents actually ended up moving to Puerto Rico, and he ended up turning into a fucking cop dog. But anyways, back to the throwing the rocks at a Rottweiler. I did that before. My mom had a business, a travel agency in Chicago. And this dog was, tied up with a, regular leash. And we're fucking throwing rocks. And this motherfucker's trying to get us. But we're like laughing. He breaks. The expression I had when we saw him break his fucking collar and
you
chase
shit your
us.
pants.
I was like, I screamed like the bitch. Ah! Ah! And we made barely nipped at my knee as I went into
Jesus Christ.
I went, and then, because in Chicago, you have, back of businesses, it's an alley.
Right.
So I went to the front of the store, I'm like, oh, your dog's out, get him. It was so fucked up, though. That was, me and this kid, we if I couldn't open that door, I would have been done.
Yeah.
Would have been done.
Yeah, I had a cousin that beat some guy's dog, like with a hose and shit, like was just fucking with the dog and he hit him.
Yeah.
Kept hitting him, and it was a chow.
Ooh.
Chow finally
Those dogs.
broke the chain because he was just like had enough, and I think it was like 121 stitches this kid ended up with, from fucking head to toe.
Dude, my dad used to like keep a salt rock around because sometimes if he knew who the dog belonged to,
Right.
he did it with a salt rock. If he didn't know, he'd just kill it. And fucking, there was a fucking husky, man, I'll never forget this shit. And he's like, he reaches his pocket, he's like, I know where that husky came from. And he got the salt rock out, he's like, you want to hear something funny? And this dog's like, he's in our yard. And he already killed like half the chickens and shit. He put a shell in, he's like, watch this. Bah! Hit the dog, right? And it started running, he's like, wait. Like there was like a delay. There was a first, and then there was a
Dog's a little slow, right?
Yeah, he's like, just wait, you hear him scream again. I was like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, it will come back again, trust me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we used to man, it was fucking nuts, dude, because like when we grew up, man, we had like, I don't know, man, maybe a little less than 5 acres, something like that. It's just a tiny farm, man, but dogs would come around. Besides raccoons and possums and all kinds of other shit that would kill chickens and ducks, everything we were raising, these dogs would fucking get in. And the shittiest part was they wouldn't even eat them, man. Like we would never be upset if something just ate it, but they would just kill them for sport.
Yeah, for sport.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude. And they were fucking laying eggs and making us money, dog. So if he didn't know the dog, that was it, man. He'd shoot him, but hey, get a shovel. So. Dude, if they ever excavated that yard, oh my god, there's so many dead animals.
Pet cemetery.
Holy shit, dude, it was fucking bad. One time, man, I woke up right where my house was above my garage, which is where the utility room was with the washer and dryer. It was like a Saturday morning, something like that. No, Sunday morning. And all I hear is my mom screaming, oh god, oh my god. And I hear my dad, get out of the way. And I get up and I look out the window. There's a big ass fucking huge dog, man. I don't know if it might have been just like a bull mastiff or something like that. It was big. That's all I remember. My dad's like, it's going down. And he popped a shell in. The shot hit him right dead center in the chest, right? It goes down. It drops like a sack of potatoes, right? I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And all of a sudden it gets up and he's like, shit! Pops the shell out, pops another one in, bah! 2 to the chest, and he was like, holy shit, it took 2 to the chest. Like, he was saying that, holy shit!
Goddamn zombie dog.
Holy shit. That was a big asshole, too, maybe I didn't dig for that dog.
But nobody claimed these dogs.
This one did. This one actually backfired, man, because it ended up being somewhere on another street, and they were looking for this dog. It pinned my mom in the garage trying to kill her. We don't know what happened. We don't know if it had rabies or what the fuck. And he wasn't taking any chances because it was getting aggressive, so he just fucking laid. But some of them, they didn't even have collars on, nothing. Like, if we knew the dogs, like, we were friends with everybody on our streets, dude. So if we knew the dogs, sometimes we'd just take them back and go, hey, man, they killed like 4 chickens, and then they give us 4 chickens. The same thing with us. Like sometimes, we had one fucking Roddy that was just a dumb fuck, man, and she would get out and just terrorize this one yard that had these chickens, man. And the dude would bring it back. He's like, yeah, she got 6 chickens this time. I'm like, fuck, bro. Had to get more. And then the third time around, he's like, that's it. I said, I'm telling you right now, if she does it again, you're not going to see this dog again. I'm like, all right, fair enough, dude. Sure enough, came home one day, gone, never seen that dog again. So I know he shot her. But what are you going to do, man? I mean, in all reality, it's like, fuck, bro.
You're taking his money.
Yeah, and she was taking our money, too. So it's like, she's fucking worthless. And I know that sounds kind of cold-hearted and stuff, but when I grew up, man, dogs served a purpose at one time. They weren't just you could stuff them in your purse and look cute. Like, they actually served a purpose. They were guard dogs. They were protectors. They were herders. They fucking did a job. A function. That's really what they're for, man. The whole fucking carrying around, making them look cute and painting their toenails and shit, that's for the fucking birds, man. That's for all these high society types, dude. Sorry, man. I'm a little backwards, man. I think if it doesn't serve a purpose, you gotta get rid of it, man. I'm more function over fashion every day, dude.
I grew up the same way. Dogs were a function in our home. You know, it was like my grandfather had a few acres, same shit, chickens and all that other garbage, and dogs were there for a purpose, man. Protect, and that was it. And
if they didn't, then they were.
Oh yeah. If he didn't, man, he had no problem taking it out back, and that was it.
Yeah, it's crazy how it works, man. But even cats too, man. We used to get these stray cats. Like my mom was a lady. You bring, like, if you don't want a pet, you bring it to our house. So it was like a fucking zoo. We had like 5 dogs, 18 cats, fucking birds up the ass, all kinds of shit, man. Fucking, it was always something, man. So some kind of drama in my house with animals. But like that's the thing. We had cats that were like real. Like, I don't know what you call it, like old school cats that would fuck shit up, man. That would eat squirrels and mice and shit. That would fuck dogs up. And those are like the best cats ever, dude. The cats that were tough as shit. Like, I had one cat. We named it after my uncle. And, dude, there was 3 dogs on that cat. I was like, holy shit. And they're like, you know, the foaming at the mouth and shit. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be fucking dead. Nope. That cat fucked those dogs up, dude. I've never seen anything like that in my life, man. She fucked up a Roddy, a fucking lab, and a collie. Boop, boop, boop. Fucking slapped them up. It was like so lightning fast, dude. She was on one back, the next back, clawing the fuck out of him, and they left her alone. I was like, wow.
Cats are vicious, man.
Badass cat. And then she just, right after the fight was over with, started licking herself clean. That's right, motherfuckers. Fucking badass cat. Dude. I was like, shit.
Isaiah and I, we do the service call, and this lady was like giving cats away, so we took a couple. And the one I had was, because I seen the father there, and he was like missing a fucking ear and just face all gouged up because he was just.
That's a tough cat, bro.
Tough motherfucker, right?
From the street.
So I grabbed the. So I'm like, I want the all black one that's kind of like his dad. Couldn't keep that fucking kitten in the house. He wanted to go outside. He'd go outside and fuck with bigger cats.
Oh, wow.
And would fuck them up as a kitten. It was just crazy. Yeah, I could never keep him in the house. I said, fuck it. He'd come, you know, in the evening to eat, to his shed, go back out, and you just hear him just fucking with another cat, man. Just going
That's a
at
good
it.
stock right there, man. You gotta make sure that cat keeps breathing. I'll tell you, craziest, probably the best pet I ever had was a Vietnamese potbelly pig. Yeah, my dad called me up. He said, "You want a pig?" I'm like, "Yeah, might as well. We don't have anything. We don't have a pig at the moment, so." He said, "This one's house trained," but he said, "But your mother ain't gonna want it in the house, but it's house trained. It'll come to you if you call to it. It's like a dog." I said, "All right." Bring it home, man. Big son of a bitch. Not a pygmy, like a full blown fucking Vietnamese potbelly, dude. Cool as fuck. We used to call him Mr. Jiggles. He was fucking a fat fuck, man. And the funny thing was, he used to bully the dogs. And he'd walk up. As soon as I pour the food for the dogs, he's like, "Get out of the way, motherfuckers." And he'd eat their food in front of them. And they would walk around him fucking pissed. "A fucking pig because I didn't get it, bro. What the fuck?" He'd fucking clean their bowl. And they would get so fucking pissed off at him. And they tried him one time, man. He fucking laid him out, man. He fucking laid him out, man. Like, "I rule this fucking place, you fucking dog. I'm slightly smarter than you guys."
Slightly.
My grandma beat him with a pipe one time. And it didn't even phase him, dude. He was eating my mom's flowers. He just eating the fuck out of them, dude. I'm laughing. Oh my God, I'm fucking laughing. I think my mom made a big deal about these flowers, and he's fucking gnawing the shit out of them. Like, ha ha ha. Like, he gave no shits, dude. And my grandmother went over and she picked up a copper pipe and started hitting them. And he didn't even face him. He didn't even know she was hitting them, dude. She had no idea she was hitting them. I'm like, holy shit, look at that. And he just kept on eating them all the way down to the stump. Yep.
Wow.
Well, then I got in trouble for letting him do that. Then I got beat.
Did you get the old-fashioned wooden spoon or the metal one?
Well, the thing is, my mom, she's ambidextrous, but she never slapped. She punched. She raised 3 boys, so she went right from like spanking to punching in the face.
So you what? Out of the 3 boys,
Middle.
the middle? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
You got it bad, huh?
Yeah. I got
Yeah, I
shit
was,
kicked
I
out
was
of
a
me.
middle child, man, too.
Yeah, my little brother, that fucker, like he used to get away with murder. Now he got his ass beat. He did, but not like we did, man.
Did
Yeah.
your mom kick your ass in front of your friends?
Oh yeah, my mom didn't give a shit.
Oh yeah.
My mom was straight up, dude. If you were like, say we were at a restaurant and I did something I wasn't supposed to do, she would get up and punch you in the face, man, like right in front of everybody, dude.
Really?
Yep, and she'd make a scene, and she's like, "You eat your food right now,"
Oh,
and you'd have to sit there, tears, fucking eating, and everybody in the restaurant just saw you get your ass kicked. It's so embarrassing.
Oh shit.
my mom never really. I mean, she gave me a spanking here and there, but there's only one time that I recall that I was so embarrassed. I just said, "All right, fuck it, I'm never fucking around again." I did something fucked up in school, and in front of the teacher, to the kids, she grabbed me by my big ass ears and yanked me
Yeah.
down the steps. Yo, and everybody was like, "Oh, did you see Isaiah get pulled by the ear? Holy shit!"
Your friends saw you get beat.
Yo, that was I was like,
My-
not
my
fucking with my
mom-
mom again.
There's 5 of us, so I'm like dead set. I have 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. My 2 older brothers were fucking bastards. I mean, I don't give a fuck, bastards, straight up, man. And they got to a point. I mean, she's all of 5 feet. And she
All
was
fury.
all fury, dude. And she'd sit there. You'd fuck up. She was like, you know what? You got to go to sleep sometime, motherfucker.
Oh,
And she'd
God.
go into their room with a fucking broom handle, and all you would hear is whack, whack, and these 2 bitches are just screaming and fucking crying.
No.
And my oldest brother's like 6'3".
God damn.
So you know these motherfuckers are crying.
she's like a hobbit taking out a fucking giant.
Fuck it. I made a mistake
Oh.
one day. She said some shit to me. I was walking out the door and I was like, "Fuck you." She's like, "What?" She had the broom, and she fucking swung and I caught it. And I just looked at her in her eyes and I'm like, "Oh, fuck,
Oh,
about to go down." So I shoved her, and before I could even get out, man, I was running, and she just harpooned me in the fucking back with the broom.
Goldberg spears you.
Yeah, just speared my ass.
First time I said a cuss word from my mom. I said shit, and there was a closet, and it was just full of shit. And I'm on the couch. I was doing something, and she's like, "Hey, who put all this stuff in this closet? Made a mess." I said, "I don't know. It's not my shit." And she came over and started beating the shit out of me because I said shit. He said, "Where'd you hear that word?" I'm like, "I heard it from you." And she started hitting me even harder, dude. Started beating the shit out of me. I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, how the fuck am I responsible for that word? And she's the one that gave it to me. Now she's the one beating the shit out of me for it. She's fucking
Do as I
loco,
say,
bro.
not as I do, buddy.
Yeah, she's on head pills now, man.
You know, I don't know if you guys know any of the like they're like decorative like wooden fork, spoon, knives.
Oh yeah,
We used to have those in the kitchen. My grandmother.
Your country ass would have one.
Yeah. My grandmother used to take down the wooden spoon
Oh shit!
just to whoop our asses with it. Well, one day she actually broke it on me. And then I started I made the mistake. I started laughing at her.
Don't ever
she's
laugh
like,
in the middle of an asshole.
Oh, you're fucked now. I got something for you. She pulls out the fucking metal cooking spoon. Just like,
Yeah, man. My dad was like old school, dude. He used to do this it's borderline torture, man. But what he would do is like, you fucked up. He would give you his pocket knife, and he'd say, "Go out to the tree and cut down the switch. Go cut down the switch. I want to beat your ass
I
with."
had to do that once in my life.
Yeah,
dude.
and he said, if you don't bring back a good switch,
Yeah.
I'm going to use the one I got. He used to carry this fucking, oh my God, it was like a hell stick he used to keep in the closet. It was taller than the closet, so it was like at an angle when he put it in there, it was coiled up. And on our front porch, we had posts. And so if I brought the switch back, I had to cut all like the little branches off. And this is the thing I'm going to get beat with, right? And he like, all right, hug a post. So there was 3, so I got to pick which one I could hug. And I had to pull my pants all the way down to my ankles. And he'd fucking whip me with a fucking switch, and I used to pray to God that no one would come down my driveway and see me butt ass naked and get hit with a fucking switch. And it was like, whoosh, he used to do it on purpose, like you could hear it whipping back and forth. You didn't know when it was going to sting you, and what it did is fucking welts, man. Dude, I feel like Jesus, man, in that movie, The Passion of Christ and shit. He beat the shit out of us, dude.
Nah, I never experienced any of that.
It's humbling, dude. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah, those.
I made the mistake one time of throwing a cordless phone at my father. And
You threw a cordless phone at your
oh,
pappy?
dude, yo, he fucking yanked me down the steps and fucking let me know that don't you ever do that. But he didn't hit me. But he fucking threw me down the steps. It scared me enough.
My pops would get a hold of you because he was OCD. So like, if your shit was out of place, you were getting an ass open.
Right.
Your shoes had to be fucking
Certain way.
in the closet a certain way, and you get your ass beat over that. He was a fucking dick. And his method of ass whooping was basically you'd stick both of your arms out, roll them out, forearms out, and he'd fucking lay into your ass with a fucking belt. Dude.
What was he's hitting your forearms?
Yeah, right here,
Oh,
just
okay,
right
I
across.
gotcha.
So you got
I
both
gotcha.
of your arms out, forearms exposed to him, and he would just fucking lay into you, man.
It's a shame you can't do that now because fucking now they're talking about DCF. DCF this, DCF that.
He whooped me. He whooped my ass to a point where I had a nervous fucking breakdown at school. I mean, it was to the point where I was like wearing long sleeves and shit just to hide the shit.
You guys you're in your 30s, man. We're all in our 30s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember when my dad took me to elementary school, and he had it was this weird thing, man, where he wanted to sit down with me and the principal, and that principal still had a paddle on the wall. Now,
I remember that shit.
But he never beat anybody's ass. But he had it from like the old school days. So when I was going to school, we had the society had just came out of that, right?
Yeah.
And he told the principal, he said, "Listen, if you see this one acting up, you can use that paddle. Beat him good, and then I'm gonna beat him when he gets home." And I used to, dude, it was so tough, man, because like whenever we were on the street, that fucking principal would call him, and there's no way I could get out of trouble. Like if I got busted at school, he'd always fucking know, always know. And sometimes he'd be waiting on me too, man. He's like, "Oh, you fucked up again, huh?" I'm like, "Fuck." And they had this relationship, man. They just love fucking catching me and I think they used to talk about how they beat my ass. Yeah, yeah, man. And then we had this one sheriff that used to live on the street, and he was real good friends with the resource officer at my school. And whenever I got fucking pinched for something, man, he'd know, and then he'd fucking wave my dad down on the way home. "Hey, by the way, this one got fucking in-school suspension." And I come home and I'd hide the paperwork. I'm like, "Well, they ain't gonna know about it. I'll hide the paperwork and I'll just forge the signature." And then he let me go through 2 days, and then the third day of fucking in-school suspension, he beat my ass because he found out I lied to him.
Oh yeah, my parents didn't give a fuck about school, man.
They didn't care.
They didn't give a fuck. No, man, it was weird. It was just kind of like, come home, do your chores and shit. But I mean, school, they just didn't give no fucks.
They just didn't want me getting in trouble, man. But it happened. I never intentionally ever wanted to get in trouble. It just happened. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Does that make
I know.
sense?
Yeah, dude, that happened to me too. You never really.
I like having a good time, man. I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck to say. I like having a good time, which involved me doing a lot of bad shit. But well, my parents took their approach like, you need to pass. If you can't get through high school, you're fucking retarded, right?
Yeah.
They said you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. They go, if you want to go to college, that's on you, whatever. But you gotta make it through high school. So I always had pretty good grades and stuff, but I got in a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble, dude. It's just a curse, man. A family curse. We all got in fucking trouble.
Yeah, to be honest, I would do a lot of shit at school, but I always had an exit plan. I always got away with a lot of shit. I wasn't just random shit. I was just, this is...
I always had a lot of respect for teachers, too, man, except for the ones that were complete assholes. But, I would always be on, like, a friendly basis with teachers. I would even have conversations with them. Even when I went to college, man, I'd talk to them and stuff. And it was never them that I had an issue with. It was always, like, just the establishment itself.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel that I needed to be in class at this time. I felt that I needed to be in class whenever the fuck I wanted to be there,
I went through school the same fucking way.
I got caught crawling through a window one time. I was stuck fucking halfway through, and I look up. The teacher's looking at me. He's like, "Fucking at it again, huh, Ramsey?" I'm like, "Fuck, sorry, sir."
Yeah, when a lot of the teachers found out that I was basically living on my own, like through high school,
Right.
they kind of eased up.
Yeah.
Not so much on like let me pass, but they're like I'd be like, because I'm working a full-time job at night, so they would just be like, "Can I?" I'd ask them like, "Look, can I just get all the fucking homework for the week?" I'm like, "All right, no problem."
Yeah.
So I would sleep through class, and they wouldn't bother me as long as I turned in all the
Right. What's the
fucking work.
curriculum you had to get through? Right. That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
What they wanted. Yeah.
That's all. And all my teachers were cool about
You'd
that.
be surprised, dude. Like I just kind of always had a pretty good rapport with most of the teachers, man. And when I got into college, if I had a course I had a really hard time with, I just pull the professor to the side and say, "Hey, listen, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not. Well, what do I need to do to make it through this course?" And they would tell me, "Hey, look, just show up, do this, that, and the other, and you'll be fine." You know, you'd be surprised how far a good conversation can take you, man. If you have a good relationship with people, but if you come here like a dumbass and acting like a piece of shit,
Oh, yeah.
why the fuck would they give you any courtesy at all?
That's one of my biggest regrets in life. You know, I went to a pretty good school back home, and it was a really good school. I just fucked off. You know, it was a school that, you know, if you were trying to do something like a learn a trade or something,
Okay.
you could go to another place. And
What was your major though, man?
I was trying to, you know, I was fucking around with cars, or I was trying to do culinary. You know, like you know.
You didn't know
so
what
they,
you wanted to do. Right?
No, so what they would do is you would go to like class, you would go to homeroom. Because this was me. I'll tell you my day. You guys are gonna laugh. 6 o'clock, I'd be in the woods smoking a fat ass blunt, going to homeroom high as shit. After that, wait for the bus to pick me up to take me to the tech school. Fuck around there, watch kids do stupid shit like throw paper towels at teachers' heads, and laugh,
Right.
and then not learn. Then come back to school, get in my car, take off, go home, go to sleep. Dropped out as a senior. Biggest regret in my life, really. You know, I never got to experience the college thing. I wanted to go. I wanted to do these things. As I think about it now, it made me the man I am today. Taught me how to, you know,
Be more responsible. Or
be more responsible and work for the shit you want. But and it was life lessons, you know. My father made me, you know, I like probably like y'all, you know, our parents didn't have a lot of money like that to give us shit. And then you're going to school with kids where they're fucking not doing anything, but their parents are getting them
You're
brand
right.
new shit.
Yeah, it's fucking aggravating, dude.
So-
and they're squandering their education. too.
Squandering,
Oh, yeah, I knew.
getting brand new
Yeah.
shit, you know. We all graduated in 2002, 2001. Imagine you seeing a kid with a brand new 2001 car and they're fucking idiots.
Yeah, man. But see the the whole education thing, man. I think it's overrated because all the stuff that I learned in college, I would have learned eventually once I got out into the work environment.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, it really hasn't given me any edge or any benefit to any fucking situation I've ever been in.
Now, college, you know, I always thought, excuse me, I always thought it was kind of like a little overrated, you know. You know, it was all this textbooks bullshit. You know, and I had a few times where I started and stopped and started and stopped. And then this last couple of years, I kicked back up. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do this shit at night. See, and I started to realize it's not so much about what's the textbooks. It teaches you how to fucking think different. And that's really what college is about.
Yeah. Well,
It's not so much the textbook shit.
Yeah.
It's showing you how to fucking think outside the box and come up with shit. You know, and there's certain guys that would just learn that quicker, drop out, and fucking go start $1 billion company because they figured it out. Oh, this is not about fucking learning out of textbook shit. It's about thinking outside the box in certain ways. And
You know what's weird though, man? A lot of strippers go to college. I met
So they say.
I met more. Yeah, I met more strippers in college than I did at a strip club. It was fucking incredible, man.
Paying tuition.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking wild, man.
Hey, some of those chicks make more than doctors do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
Tax free.
There's one chick that this chick had like a sugar daddy and shit. And he was a lawyer, and he used to drive around. She used to drive his fucking Lexus with the fucking maxed out Lexus with the wood and shit on the inside, or whatever. And we used to fucking go with rides and stuff. I'm like, you don't think he's gonna mind? She's like, he ain't gonna know. Let's go for a ride. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. We used to roll around town and shit together. And she was fucking crazy as fuck, man. She loved fucking booger sugar too. And I bet this one chick, dude, she had just, I think I was telling you this, the girl that had her clit pierced and stuff, her pussy pierced. And we're in the hallway, man, between classes and stuff, and she's like talking. She's like, yeah, man. I said, what would you do this weekend? Oh, you know, I got my pussy pierced. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, you want to see? I'm like, fuck yeah. She lifted her skirt up, dude. No fucking underwears, man. No underwears. We lifted up in the fucking hallway. There's a fucking pussy just hanging out with that's college, bro. That's college. You didn't get that shit in high school, man. I knew I was in the big leagues when I made it to college. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Huh? I went to the luxurious, fucking prestigious Brevard Community College.
Yeah, college is trippy because it's like when I started going to Valencia, it's like, you know, this is different. I'm all in my fucking polo, and these chicks are walking up in the class, fucking pajamas, no
Right.
fucking panties,
Yeah.
no bras.
Yeah,
titties
dude.
hanging
Yeah, like they
out.
just woke up, bro. Yeah.
It's like, god damn.
There was one day, man, I went to school and I was sitting there at the pavilion. I was just smoking a cigarette. I'm looking around. I'm like, half these guys look like Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, and the other half look like Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
This is so strange to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is so weird, man. But
With the red hat on.
yeah, dude, red hat backwards, all that shit, man. And
Typical douchebag.
yeah, but it was weird because you saw it was a melting pot of people, man. There was like a class of people that you went to high school with, and some of those people you still seen, and they were not the same people from high school as they were. There was one kid, man. This kid was like, he was an athlete, but he didn't look like an athlete to me. But he was an athlete, and he had a lot of friends and stuff like that. And I knew the kid because I knew the kid from elementary school, but I was never real close with him. I just talked to him in passing and shit, but we had no problems, you know. And he used to have an entourage in high school. And when he got to college, that poor motherfucker was sitting on a bench by himself, man. All by himself, was lonesome, dude. I could tell it was a different environment for him, man. And I'm like, that cat's not going to survive, man. And I started walking through those halls, man, day in and day out. I'm like, I could call it. I can look at these people and see,
Oh, yeah.
he's not going to make it.
Yep.
She's not going to make it. That bitch is already pregnant. You know what I mean? This dude's going to have AIDS. I can almost call him like, wow, man, like I went over a hill of maturity and I started being able to, I could tell, I can just tell by looking at people, man. I was like, yeah, that motherfucker ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
You could also tell who's mommy and daddy's gonna
Yes, dude.
make them survive,
Right.
and who's gonna work for themselves.
Yep.
It's a never-ending circle.
Yeah.
Goes around and around and around.
Right, yeah. So I met a lot of kids that were just going, I'm like, well, what are you here for? My dad told me I gotta be here. I'm like, okay. So what do you work? I don't work.
Oh, don't you fucking hate that
Oh,
shit?
you don't work? What the fuck? I said, I put myself through college, man. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't work. I just, and they're smoking expensive cigarettes. And they're talking about partying on the weekend. I said, motherfucker, I had to work four shifts on the fucking weekend.
Mommy and daddy paying for the car insurance, for their cell phone,
Yeah,
beeper, whatever.
Yeah. And the thing is, at that time, I would be jealous. I was like, damn, that fucking sucks, man. I wish my parents were rich. But now I'm thank God
Yeah.
they weren't. Because I'm a stronger person. I don't have a glass jaw, man. I can fucking
Yeah.
handle some struggle, man. And meanwhile, them, you know what I mean? They fucking freak out about the littlest fucking thing,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Dude, I had the most fucked up upbringing, but at the same, I wouldn't change it.
Right,
I just wouldn't.
right. Yep.
Yeah, looking back, yeah, but I survived. I'm fucking here. I think I can handle more shit than most people can.
Like, you're glad you got tortured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same
In
way.
a sick way, yeah. It's kind of like you're glad you fucking went through that bullshit.
Makes you stronger as a person, man.
What about you, Dumbledore? How was growing up for you? You're so quiet.
Back there in the woods of Wisconsin.
It was
Besides
hell.
getting raped at 12.
It was hell. I was basically second to last of the social outcast group growing up. I got picked on because my older brother, who is 6 years older than me, was picked on. So everybody that picked on him and beat the shit out of him basically beat the shit out of me, picked on me.
Right.
But yeah, it's basically as soon as you get out of high school, I mean, everybody going up and enduring all the physical abuse, the emotional abuse that everybody in high school kind of places on you. I mean, that goes away after you're out of high school.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that were popular and all that in high school find out that that whole entire lifestyle doesn't exist outside.
Yeah.
That is
I
true.
never
So-
fucked with people. Never once did I ever fuck
I
with.
fucking hated bullies.
Yeah,
man.
I got suspended a couple times for beating up fucking
I was
bullies.
a fucking bully killer, dude. I go after people that
Yeah.
picked on people, man.
Dude,
I fucking-
Nobody ever fucked with me.
if someone was getting picked on because they deserved it, I let it go, man. But if I seen somebody getting picked on that didn't deserve it, man, I had a hard fucking time,
Yeah.
man. I'm like, you know what, man?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I had one where it was so bad where these kids were like, yo, this fucking cat's always fucking picking. And I knew the guy, you know? I didn't know him in person, but I knew who they were talking about.
Right, right.
And he was just a smart mouth motherfucker, always just talking shit to everybody. And they're like, yo, we're just fucking sick of it. And I was like, you want me to go kick his ass? I'm like, yeah. I fucking walked right up to him and just fucking started beating the shit out of him.
Because he fucking gets.
Yeah.
He probably needed it too, man.
No, I tell you what, it humbled his ass
Yeah.
because come later, like a year and a half later, we get
Sure.
stuck in a class and he was totally fucking different, man.
That's what it takes.
And
man.
he was cool. He shut the fuck up. Didn't no more of the running of the mouth.
I threatened a bully one time to beat the shit out in front of everybody, and he ended up being a nice guy after it was all over with, man. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. He was like twice my size. I said, I'll beat the fuck out of you. You keep that shit up, dude. Because he's fucking with all these kids in this class. And I told him to stop, and he called me a fat fuck. And dude, we were going to throw down. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I would lose that fight, too. I'm pretty sure I fucking lose that fight because he's fucking big. Then after that, man, it was all, even, they're like, damn, I can't believe you just threatened that guy. I'm like, fuck him, man. Who the fuck does he think he is fucking with people, man? Everybody's just trying to get by, man. Everybody's trying to get through this shitty ass fucking English class or wherever it was.
And I grew up not to fear no one.
You should,
So
man.
I
You should,
was
but you
always
should-
just like, I don't give a fuck how big you were. Hey, let's go at it, man.
Well, even if I was gonna lose, I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah. That's the same mentality I had.
I'll
I don't give a
swing.
fuck, let's
I'll
go.
fucking swing. It may not do much, but I'll fucking swing. You know, I always figured if I went to prison, man, I'd probably be all right. I mean, I might get raped, but it'll take like 5 of them to hold me down. You know what I mean? Plus, I'll shit on them too, and that'll
I
fucking
had
return them.
one guy, this huge fucking jock was just, I mean, like, huge. He ended up playing college ball, but he was just like talking mad shit, and he was like him and his buddy, and I'm like, what the fuck you gonna? I said, you know what? I like a challenge, motherfucker. Let's go. As soon as they said let's go, they just backed down.
Yeah, that's
You
how
know
it is, man. They just
Fuck
bark,
you, man.
They just barking dogs, man. That's all it is, man. And I'm glad, man. I'm glad that shit's over with, man. Because you know, I like you were tortured in high school, right? I really feel bad for. I wish I went to school with you because
yeah,
I
I
would have
would've
given you
fucked
the
yeah.
potential.
Sophomore year,
Yeah, me too.
I started.
Yeah.
I basically all my friends were bigger than me, so they basically handled the rest of my battles.
Wow.
But so
I
I got bigger friends.
Most
They
of-
were my protection.
I got most of the fights I got into were for other people, not for me.
What would they fuck with you about? Just fuck with you, period? Just because you're your brother? Or just
Yeah.
because of him? So when he went to school, their siblings
Yep.
fuck with you? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so
like prime example when I was
Small town though, right? So
yeah,
kinda,
it's a small town. Everybody knows each other. Basically, the school that I went to was basically K through 12.
oh, that's
So when I was even in elementary, I'm
Wow,
in the
that's
rest
weird,
of
man.
my
I've heard of that.
the rest of my class. We're walking outside from like recess, and somebody, since my brother's like 6 years older than me, he was in high school already. So the people that were bullying him saw me like pick me right out of the fucking line, actually hit me in the head with a stack of books that they were carrying,
What the fuck?
just because I was his brother.
wow.
So I've been thrown down a flight of stairs, hit in the head with books,
Jeez.
thrown in dumpsters. Then just getting basically what I call the emotional abuse from my fellow classmates throughout the rest of my life, or the rest of my youth, I should say.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Sorry.
You get picked on for not wearing the fashionable clothes. So growing up, I always had the hand-me-downs from my brother. So it's
That's crazy, man. Yeah, dude. I never fucked with people. I never did.
Sorry, man.
I beat this one kid's ass so bad.
Wish I went to high school with you now.
Yeah.
I'd hang out with you.
Fucking principal. fucking high-fived me for kicking this dude's ass.
Yeah.
He brought me in the office. He didn't suspend me. He was like, yo, I'm glad you beat the shit out of that kid. It was fucking annoying.
I'll tell you a true story, man. I had a sister teacher that I shall not name, and I got lots of respect for this guy. And there was this one kid that used to try him all the time. This kid was a real piece of shit, man. But he never did anything to me directly, and he never did anything to any kids. But he was a real piece of shit to the teachers, right? Just being obnoxious and stuff. And the teacher sent him to the dean's office, and he would have to send up paperwork afterwards. And he took me outside. He said, "Come over here." He said, "I want you to take the paperwork out to him." And he said, "Listen." He put his hand on my shoulder. He said, "Listen." He said, we've known each other for almost a year now." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "If you hit him in the face as hard as you can, I'll make sure nothing happens to you." I'm like, "Seriously?" He's like, "Yes, absolutely. I want you to hit him as hard as you can."
Desperation,
And I was like nervous, dude. I was like, "What the fuck?" So I'm like, "Okay, I'll think about it, right?" What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
Yeah, right.
And this kid never trespassed on me, but he trespassed on this poor teacher, and I like the teacher, so I go to the dean's office, right? And I see the kid, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm supposed to punch this kid in the face."
Yeah.
I'm like, if I punch him in the face, that teacher, but he didn't do anything to me, so I had a real struggle. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, right? And I got the fucking write-up, right, in my hand. And I go up to the kid, and I go, "Hey, listen, get the fuck out of here." And I showed him the write-up, and I threw it in the fucking garbage. I said, "Just don't go back. Don't go back to class, please." He said, "What am I supposed to do?" I said, "I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. Get the fuck out of here." He fucking left. I threw this shit in the garbage. I went back to class, and he went like this with his fist. Like, "Did you hit him?" I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "It's okay." Like, he did the okay sign with his hands. I'm like, holy shit. He tried putting a hit out on a kid through me.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I'll never forget that shit, man. And he was like a straight-laced kind of dude. When he said that shit to me, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'll never forget that shit, man.
Oh,
and that kid to this day never knew he had a hit out on him from a teacher, dude. He wanted me to hit him in the face, and he was 100%, he convinced me that he'd get me off the hook for it. Like, he was in tight with the dean and shit.
I had good teachers, man. They were good gym teachers too.
I had some that were good. I had
That
some
were
that
coaches and stuff, and they would call my house all the time.
Call your house. What did they call your house for, man?
Well, I was a good wrestler, and they wanted me to wrestle, but I wanted to play soccer. So I played soccer and wrestled on the side, and then I don't know, I just had a knack for slamming people, right? So then I got into smoking weed, and I really fucking said fuck school. And they just kept calling my house, but they were really, I look back at it now and I think, damn, man, they really cared. Really cared. They just wanted me to do the right thing. But all I wanted to do was smoke weed.
Your priorities are different, man.
Yeah. I'll never forget this one fight in this class, man. They were picking on this kid. This, typical Jewish kid, big, scrawny.
Right. Big
you know,
nose. Big
yeah,
guy,
just keep him to himself. He never, just
Didn't bother
doing his
nobody.
shit. Yeah, just doing his shit. And these kids are just picking on him. And I kind of knew the kid, and I knew he did martial arts and shit like that. And I told the other two kids, I was like, don't fuck with him. He's going to fuck you up. I'm just giving you fair warning right now. He's going to fuck you up. So you push him to that point, he's going to fucking explode. Like, fuck you. He's, they were in his face. He literally, it was like, kicked one in the face and punched the other one out.
Oh, shit.
Real quick. It was a 1-2, and I was like my mouth just dropped because it was just so fucking
Ninja
quick.
style, man.
Yeah, I was like, and I got up in their face. I said, I fucking told you so, man.
You know what's weird? Every fight I've ever seen where a kid lined up like he was going to do ninja always got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was like, and I'm like, oh my god, this kid's going down. And sure enough, he go down, dude. So
this
we're
kid
fucking-
didn't even line up. He just stood up and it was just like whack, whack. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, man. Those are the good old days, man.
I remember being in school. My brother punched out the assistant principal.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fucking impressive, man.
My brother was just a dick. He had, he had his, everybody knew he was an asshole. So the teachers really didn't fucking like him. He wasn't a dick to the teachers. It was just primarily, the deans and the fucking principal and the assistant principal. And so, like, he sits down, and once everybody's done eating their lunch, they all kind of left their fucking trays there. My brother's still eating. So the assistant principal comes over and is like, you need to pick up this fucking trash. He's like, fuck you, that ain't my trash. It's fucking everybody else's shit. He goes, I'll take my fucking tray and throw my shit away. And as soon as the assistant principal put his hand on his fucking shoulder, he fucking knocked him the fuck out. Just laid
That's
him out.
crazy, man. Yeah, I had somebody attack the dean I went to junior high school with. He had a black eye for a while. They got him good too, man. But he was a big motherfucker, man. I didn't think anybody could take his ass out, but someone gave him a black eye. I heard a chick fucked him up one time too, man. But I didn't see that.
Oh man, the jocks in our fucking school would get away with murder, literally.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, because
We had games and shit, man.
I think these guys, I want to say like the 4 or 5 of the kids that I grew up with, that I knew like from the hood and shit, they went to play pro ball and shit.
Yeah.
But they were just bad kids, man. Just bad seeds. The dude knocked. He fucking remember hitting the coach with a fucking lock. Like he put his lock like around his hand like a fucking brass knuckle. And just,
Right. Oh yeah, that was the thing, man. Where they put your lock around your finger.
And
like
use
brass
as a
knuckle.
brass.
Yeah.
And he knocked the coach the fuck. I mean, just laid him out. They didn't expel him. They didn't do shit because he was, going to play college ball.
Right. Jesus Christ, man.
It's okay. It's okay. If I would have done that shit, I would have been fucking in handcuffs.
There was just one like Fruity Loop kid. I don't know how to explain it, but he was kind of like a sassy fuck, man. I don't know how to explain him. I think he might have been gay, which is besides the point. But he was like kind of uppity. Like if you got anywhere here like a comfort zone. If you got too close to him, he bitch. It was weird, dude. Like I mean, literally, if you physically got too close to him, and if someone pulled a gun on him, and he pissed his pants. And I used to pray, oh my God, I wish I could have seen him fucking piss in his pants. I didn't even, he actually, I know this sounds bad, but he actually deserved that gun to be getting pulled on him, man.
Wow.
Yeah, he got pulled, I was on the track, man, and they were out, he said something wrong to the wrong motherfucker, man, they pulled a gun, put it in his head, and he fucking pissed all over himself. Like, what did you get, motherfucker?
I knew this one kid, man. He was a short motherfucker, Filipino kid.
Oh yeah?
Short dude, man.
Can you box like
No.
Manny Pacquiao?
Fuck no. He's actually he was pushing like fucking drugs, but like not weed and shit, like fucking bricks of coke or whatnot. And one kid kept fucking with him, because he was small and you try to pick him up and shit, and the dude pulled the fucking Glock. He was like right to his face. I had to talk that kid down for fucking shooting him.
Oh shit.
The kid never ran off to go tell anybody. He just shut the fuck up. What, do that shit now.
I always hated guns though, man. I'm cool with guns, but I mean like people carrying them just for fucking weird reasons. I never liked that. Because the people that were carrying them were not the people that should have been carrying them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not the people that they're carrying them just because they wanted to be a badass or something. I fucking hated that shit, man. It used to aggravate the fuck out of me. So.
Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't change anything for the world, man.
No, I sure don't, man. I mean, it was rough. It was hard times, but
They were the worst of times, but the best of times.
yeah, they were, man.
Think about
I mean,
it.
shit. I was to a point where I
Oh,
was.
maybe not for Jeremy.
I
He's
was
fucking looking at me like
I was homeless, living out of my car.
Now you said they hit you up on Facebook to be your friend.
Yeah, so
Oh,
some of them
fuck.
They got
after
some
high
fucking
school.
nerve.
That's some balls, right?
Hey, you want to call him out?
No.
Tell him come down here. We'll slap the shit out of them.
Nope.
Hey, you fucking my boy Jeremy. You fucking with me. You hear that? I'll fuck your shit up. I'll armbar your fucking ass.
Trying to fucking add you on. What the fuck?
Try to add you on Facebook like I'll be
Yeah.
a friend and stuff.
Any high school girlfriends?
You should have added them.
No, I always dated outside of my high school.
Oh, I did too.
So
Why? Why is that? Because they were inbred in your school?
Probably his cousin.
They're all related to me, man.
no, that was created, but there were like 3 people that were all cousins in there. But no, I was due to the whole entire social outcast thing. That's why I dated outside of my high school.
But you need to get those friend requests, approve them, and write on their wall, just be like, "Can you stop? I'm not gonna suck your dick." And just fucking ruin their shit.
You just make it like
Yeah.
their flavors and shit.
Yeah.
One time, 8th grade, this guy tried to get me to suck his dick. It was so weird, man.
What was your wardrobe like? What did you wear? Were you like
Just hand me-
gothic?
No.
No, you weren't.
I
gothic.
can't.
It was like hand me down like 70s, 80s type clothes.
What? You mean like bell bottoms and shit?
No, not bell
Not
bottoms.
that far back.
Tight Wrangler jeans.
Yeah, definitely tight Wrangler jeans.
Yeah. What
was your wardrobe in high school? Big Ice?
Like baggy stuff, man.
Janko wearing
high school?
motherfucker,
I did have a couple pairs of those, man. I've been like rocking like
I
a
didn't like
Pantera
them shits. They were
Pantera
too
shirt
big.
or something, or corduroy shorts.
Corduroy
Fuck
shorts.
yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Sometimes I
fuck
rock.
yeah, I used to rock corduroy.
Yeah.
Shoes? What was your shoes?
Oh, back then, dude, Chuck Taylor's, son. What? High top or low cut? It did not matter. Chuck Taylor's. I still got a pair of them joints, man.
High school, shit. Just jeans, t-shirts, boots. I always rock boots.
What do you mean boots?
Like Lugs or
Combat boots.
Timberlands.
Typical
Okay.
rocking shit.
Yeah,
You know, I always wore just boots like that. You know, that's all I ever wore.
He's got the chain wallet to string
Yeah,
old
it was,
people.
I wore boots just for fucking ass kicking.
I was typical jeans and a t-shirt and some Nikes. I wore a lot of khakis with the wife beater underneath the white shirt.
Yeah, you look. Yeah.
Button ups. I used to rock the shit out of button ups.
Yeah, you like that? The white beater and the fucking khaki? Yeah, the Dickies.
Yeah.
Looking like a fucking cholo.
Yeah.
Orale, vato!
So I didn't know if you were gonna stab me or fix my car.
But then, but then my best friend growing up, he would have like flannels and shit, like a million of them. So I'd rock one. I'd take one of his and rock one.
Flannel?
Yeah, I used to rock the
Did you
flannels.
button the one button up top?
No,
you did, didn't you, motherfucker?
No.
You throw up the L sign and shit?
No, but in I was friends with everybody. I was friends with the Gothics. I was friends with the Preps.
I was the
jocks.
same way, man.
But you had Gothics in your school?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you have
Fuck
Did you
yeah.
have Gothics?
I was friends with most of my friends were the goth kids.
See, that's the thing. When I went to school, we didn't really have like Gothic kids.
A kid I grew up with, and we were in home. See, and back home they did everything by alphabetical order. So
Okay.
you sat next to the one, my last name. All right, my last
Okay.
name starts with a V. I sat next to the V's. So this Puerto Rican, there was only a few Puerto Rican kids, but this fucking Puerto Rican kid was Gothic. And later on down the road, he turned into a drag.
Oh,
was
yeah?
drag too, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I used to chill with him and smoke blunts with him and talk about pussy and ass. But he ended up being bi and dressed like a woman.
Was he
Yeah.
bi or did he like really like?
I think down the road he started.
more cock, less pussy.
Yeah. I think he started doing
Shit.
that. But he was cool as shit. I'm his friend now on Facebook, which is funny.
Yeah.
I'm friends with everybody on Facebook except for a few ex-girlfriends that I broke their heart and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funniest thing is running into somebody that you went to high school with, and then you got that oh shit face, like, because they're like the pan out.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
I hate asking how they're doing, and they go, "Oh yeah, man, I'm working out with Dixie." I'm like, "Shit, for fucking 15 years." I mean, fuck, bro. Sometimes I don't even ask, man. I just go, "Hey, man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're well," and then fucking move on. But most of the people I run into from high school are not well. As a matter of fact, more than half the kids I went to high school with didn't even graduate from high school, and I don't even know where the fuck they are. Shit, there was one kid that got kidnapped. Never found that motherfucker. Fucking disappeared. The kids that did graduate, a lot of them still stayed home, and then some of them just fucking disappeared off the face of the fucking earth, man.
Yeah, I had two graduating classes because I did a split. I went to a technical school.
You were doing rolled?
Doing rolled,
Yeah, so
right.
did I, yeah.
And so I had two, and out of the smaller class was like 20 people. I don't fucking know where any of them are. Like, then the other class, I maybe know it was like 300 plus kids, maybe 5 of them that I know of that but I don't know them like that close. Because we just don't talk. But
Yeah, I don't really run into any people out here I know because I've only been out this way for 3 years, man. But I ran into an old boss of mine from my old job who quit that job and just talked shit for an hour about that job. Then I ran into a kid that actually knew my brother, and he played like he was a friend of my brother's. So I got his phone number and stuff, and I called my brother. I said, "Hey man, I ran into a buddy of yours," and I gave him his name. He's like, "That's not a buddy of mine." He's like, "I used to beat the shit out of that kid all the time, man." He's like, "He's not a friend of mine." He's like, "Just throw the fucking number away. I ain't calling that motherfucker." He's like, "That kid's a fucking dork, bro." I said, "All right, man." But
That's hilarious.
but back home I used to run into people, man. I was like, "Fuck, man," and I look at them like, "Fuck, what happened, man?" Because you lose contact with people sometimes, and you don't know which direction their life went into, man. And sometimes they went down a fucking dark alley, son.
Fucking rabbit hole, man.
Down
Yeah,
the
dude.
rabbit
I ran into this girl, man. I ate out one time, dude. And I ran into her. She was working at a 7-Eleven. And I'm like, damn, where the fuck do I know her from, man? I said, she looks so familiar to me. And like, I left, and I came back. And I happened to go to 7-Eleven next day. She was working. I'm like, holy shit, I know who that is. I ate her out one time, right? This is weird. Right? And then I didn't say anything. I'm like, it's going to be a compromise. I ain't saying shit. And then finally, like, after the 5th trip there, she said, hey, do you remember me? I'm like, yeah, how's it going? She looked, dude, worse for wear, dude. She did not age well. And she was telling me she's got like 3 kids and stuff, man, and no daddy and stuff. And she's working at 7-Eleven trying to make ends meet. And I just thought to myself, man, I hope I didn't have any part of that. You know what I mean? I never wish any ill will on anybody, man. And it's like, fuck, dude. That's just a shame, man.
Yeah.
But I probably ruined her life. That was a curse.
The curse of the Rams.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it, dude. Yeah,
I've ran into a few where I'm like, I remember you. You know, and they're like, what are you talking about? I never, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you fucking hoe. You know, they're just straight denying. And this chick was like the biggest hoe in school, man. To the point where she used to film porn, all kinds of shit.
But do you guys ever hate on hoes, though? Do you guys ever hate on
No,
hoes?
I didn't.
That's the thing, man. There's some guys have animosity on hoes.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't, because I understand that they're just trying to get theirs, right?
Yeah.
Hoes are just trying to get laid, man. And correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't guys hoes?
Yeah.
Aren't every one of us, except for Jeremy?
Isaiah's famous words is, you do you.
You do you.
You do you. I don't give a shit what you do.
That's why I think we don't hate on hoes, man, because we know that they're just trying to have a good time, man. They're out there they're slinging pussy or whatever it is, just trying to fucking get by, bro.
I just feel bad, you know.
What do you feel bad about, man?
Well, because, you know,
Why are you laughing, dog? What'd you do?
because when you're with a hoe, you're kind of dirty with them. You know, you kind of.
What you mean dirty with
You know, you'll fuck her in the ass and then make her suck your dick as she took it out. You know, you're dirty. You don't have.
She's a dirty bird, and you're
Yeah.
taking advantage of her.
Yeah.
But you realize that's what she wants.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not really taking
But
advantage.
you can't do that at home.
Why,
You know what I mean?
why not, dog? Why not?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. That brings me to the next.
How do you not know, man? How do you not know that the woman you're with doesn't like it rough?
I don't know what to say now.
For fear.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say is, with a hoe, you can do anything you want with, and you don't care. You
just can't turn her into a
slap her in the
housewife.
face.
No
with a
strings
cock and
attached.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, when you go home to your wife and stuff, you can't slap her in the face with your cock. That doesn't feel right.
It doesn't?
No.
I thought you could slap anybody in the face with your pocket.
Yeah, but
It feels right. If I slapped you in the face,
I
it'd
feel
feel right.
bad. I feel bad. I don't know why. I feel bad.
That's your conscience, man.
That's your
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get over that, homie.
Just do it once and see where it
You
goes.
need to do you.
I'm trying to do me, but it ain't working. No. But I got a great sex life. I'm not gonna front, but it's.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can do certain things with a hoe, but you can't do certain things with the one you're with.
That's because there's feelings involved. That's your barrier right there.
Yeah, well, we're dudes and we're weird with feelings, man. Chicks are not weird with feelings. They're very intact with their feelings.
Yeah.
Strange, man, isn't it?
Yeah.
You gotta love them hoes. They always talk about we don't love no hoes.
Yeah, hoe took
We all
my
love hoes.
virginity, man. So hey.
Hey, so they're there they serve a purpose, man.
Yeah.
And I got respect for hoes because they're out there doing their thing and they do what they want and they don't feel at all bad about it.
No.
Fuck it, man. They're trying to live their life too, man. Why can't chicks get dick?
Yeah.
Why can't they get dick, dude? If dudes are getting pussy, why can't chicks
I'll
get
be
dick?
honest with
Equal
you. I
opportunity,
think the
son.
generation that's coming up behind, I think that is the norm to a lot of these kids.
What do you mean? No.
Hoes.
Not hoes. Are just sex is just
You
sex.
mean more sexual?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a lot of feelings involved.
yeah. No strings attached type shit.
Because I know, like, not to, a person who doesn't have sex with different women tends to, when they do have sex with a woman, finally, they catch feelings quick,
This guy over here.
And I apologize.
Well, he has what they call morals.
Yeah.
I looked that up one time on Google.
Yeah. You know what that means now, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't support
But what
morals.
I think Danny's saying
Yeah.
is the generation coming up now is they could bang anybody and just keep it moving.
So they're more free with their sex
Yeah.
life.
Well, they're more free because they have the internet.
Right. Well,
They grew up with just porn
Yeah.
and shit.
So sex is readily available to them, right?
That's
They're
why you
okay
see a
with
lot
it,
of young
safe with it,
moms
yeah.
now. You see a lot of young moms
Well,
everywhere.
but did you like when you guys were growing up? Did anyone ever make you feel guilt about jerking off?
No.
Nah.
No, see, because when I was growing up, see, I'm a couple years ahead of you guys. I was growing up, dude. You didn't want to let anybody know you was jerking off because there was a guilt thing. And then finally, Beavis and Butthead came along, and they jerked off all the time. And suddenly, that shit was cool,
Yeah.
right? but back in my days, you had to put like a little effort into getting a girl. But now it seems like you're saying, dude. You're saying that there's really not a lot of effort. It's pretty much, hey, you have a vagina, I have a penis. Why don't we make them come together?
I mean, prime examples. He's fucking. What is that? What's that app?
What app?
WhatsApp?
What app?
No, the app where they you gotta know, Jeremy, where they just hook up.
Oh, his
Which one? Which one you want, dude? Bigante?
Tinder.
Spanish girls?
There you go. Tinder.
What? Tinders?
Yeah. Tinder.
Tinder. What is that, Jeremy?
I have no idea.
Well, you need to get up on it.
Yeah, get on that
You're
Tinder.
fucking single. You need to get up.
You said there's a lot of girls on there?
Apparently, the way it works is just chicks that are nearby, and they'll swipe your profile pic, and if they want to fuck, they just click OK.
Oh shit,
and,
Jeremy, did you hear that? If they want to fuck, they'll swipe you. They'll swipe you.
Swipe right.
Swipe to the right, Jeremy. Yeah, hell yeah. Jeremy, swipe
At
right.
this point, man, just put your pencil out there and let it write, and have a good time.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
know. You gotta throw a
Have a good
cast on
time.
out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's on the plentyoffish.com. I got that right this time.
Yeah.
Plentyoffish.com. He's on there as Mr. Jer Bear. Is that correct? I'm advertising you like fucking crazy. I'm investing my
Hoeing
time
you
in
out.
this guy.
He is holding me out.
Yeah, I'm investing a lot of time in Jeremy. I like to see this guy happy for once in his fucking life, man.
But are you happy though? Honestly, are you happy? Are you
Be honest,
okay?
bro.
Be honest.
I already know the answer to this.
Yes and no.
That's my little Goomba there, man.
I'm really indifferent about life.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get depressed, but yeah.
Well, you know, there's no need to now. You're hanging with the coolest people in the world right here.
I won't go that far. I won't go that far.
No, we're not
but-
that cool. We're not that cool. We're not that cool.
But
Do make life interesting.
No, but you know.
But Jeremy, from my experience with him, we've been pretty good friends for 3 years now, something like that.
Yeah, 3 years.
And he definitely has some trust issues.
Yes.
He's very specific about his women, and he's been damaged. His little heart has been hurt. Women, ladies out there, listen. So he's trying to make a comeback. You know?
You know, it's okay to put a wall up. You know, but just you just gotta throw yourself out there.
You'll find the right one.
Yeah.
Sooner or later.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to get out there.
And plant seeds, different places.
But he's not being sexual seeds. He's just saying, but you got to cast.
That'd
them,
be
right?
okay too.
Right? Like what I was telling us, you can't when you're sitting on your couch at home, the women ain't coming. They're knocking on your door saying, "Hey, I'm here to suck you off." It ain't happening. Yeah, get out there. You're getting out there right now. I know it sounds weird, but you are getting out there right now through the podcast. Then you got plentyoffish.com. You also need to go out where people mingle, right? They still do that nowadays, I assume. Okay, so you need to get out there.
And just because one talks to you, don't throw all your eggs in one basket. You know, put one egg in one basket and move on to the next. Keep your options open.
Right. You notice how everybody
Sounds
always gives
hard
you good
as-
advice, man, because they care about you, man.
Sounds hard as it is. I mean, you know, I had my heart broken. You know, everybody knows the story. You know, the girl at the front counter when I first started Bright House, she worked at Kissimmee, broke my heart, destroyed my heart. You know what I mean? And I was depressed for 2 years. I was depressed for 2 years because of that. You know what I mean? But you know.
There's a funny story after that.
Yeah.
We won't air that one. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right,
Well, anyway, listen, not to be a fucking Debbie Down syndrome, but we're going to have to close this off and maybe start another one. So tune in next time as we talk about more depressing shit. Hopefully you guys don't kill yourself and you come back and listen to more of this podcast. This is kind of a downer right now, right? Don't worry, next time we're going to drink a little more. and we'll be a little more happy and stuff. We might even piss on each other. That's how happy we're gonna be.
We'll be right back after these
Yeah,
messages.
yeah. Go fuck yourself.